good to the student grades. The grading system an instructor selects reflect his or her educational philosophy. There are no right or wrong systems, only the system which accomplishes different objectives. So Marinella Svanecci in 2007 of the Center in Teaching Effectiveness of the University of Texas in Austin posed for the intergoing relative question to the grading system. So first, should grades reflect achievement level or achievement relative to the others in the same class? So this question, somewhat having a controversy between the norm reference and the criterion reference grading system, is often discussed. So when we say norm reference grading, the latter grade is based on the student's standing in the class, while when we say criterion reference grading, the instructor sets a standard or performance against which the student's actual performance is measured. So this system assumes that the difference in learning between students justifies giving grades. So criterion reference grading is a system where all the students achieving a given level receive the same grade regardless of how in the class receive the same questions. So outside the factors such as norm reference grading may influence the entire class and performance may drop. But there is the way to tell who is the best students are. So an advantage of this system is that the criteria for various grades are known from the beginning, allowing the students to take some responsibility for the level at which they are going to perform. This eliminates much of the uncertainty which often accompanies grading for the students. So that's it for number 1, or the first question. So the second question is, should grades reflect achievement or non-academic components such as attitude, speed, and diligence? Instructors should use cautions when incorporating value judgments into the final grade assessment, as it makes grades more ambiguous and difficult to assess accurately. They should make students aware of this possibility and make a clear and what is included in such qualities. So that's it for the second question. So the second question is, should grades report status, achieve, or amount of growth? So what does it mean? The dilemma of the rewarding or punishing effort or attitude as well as knowledge gained is a difficult one to answer. However, there are many problems with growth measures as a basic for change, such as the ability to accurately measure entering and exhibiting levels. However, there is much to be said in favor of growth as a component in grading, as it encourages hard work and acknowledges different abilities. So the last question that Marinella Svanecci possessed is, how can several grades on diverse skills combine to give a single mark? So this means that the basic answer is that they can really, the result of the instruction are so varied that the single mark is really a Rube Goldberg. As far as indicating what a student has achieved, it would be most desirable to be able to give multiple marks, one for each of the variety of skills which are learned. There are, of course, many problems with such a proposal. It would complicate an already complicated task. There might not be enough evidence to reliably grade in one skill. The halo effect of the grade performance in one area could spill over others. And finally, most outsiders are looking for an overall classification of each person so that we can choose the best. Our system requires that we produce one mark. Therefore, it is the worth of while to see how that can be done, even though currently the system does not lend itself to any satisfactory answer. So, those are the four questions that Marinella possessed or interviewing to as a educator or a facilitator is what we can do or what we should do to the students' grades. So that's it for the four question.